Hello, I'm going to show off all my bug collections so far and my one bird skull I own. I'm just gonna say all my stuff is ethically sourced. I find them already dead, passed away, and yeah, I just like to keep them. So first of all, I'm gonna show you my cicada, Fred. He is a brown cicada. I found him in Japan. And yes, I am aware he's missing a wing. I need to reattach it. Yeah, and here is his little thing. As you can see, that's his mouth. And the weird thing about his mouth is that it's like hard as his exoskeleton, and it feels like a needle if it tries to, like, I guess, suck your hand. It's more like they get the sap and such off of trees, and So yeah, once when I was in Japan, I was holding a pretty green cicada. I believe it thought I was a tree, so it tried drinking out of my hand, and it felt like a needle. That's how I found out that he was trying to do that. It was pretty cool. And yeah, he's this. I really love him. He's so cool, and I'm going to pin him soon. So he's going to be nicely displayed. Second thing I'm going to show you is a sweat bee. It's very pretty. I don't know if you could see it very well, but he's very green, like an iridescent green. And the reason why they're called sweat bees is because it's attracted to sweat. And the really interesting thing about the sweat bee over here is that out of the honey, like out of all the bees that my backyard has, because there's a beehive, there's no sweat bees. It's actually a honeybee, like little beehive, but yeah. So I don't know where he came from, but I appreciate that I found him. And then here's the first bee that I've ever pinned. His name is Ken, and yes, it has the needle in here because that's for pinning. I don't know if you can see, but he's just nicely spread out. The butt I found really interesting is that the butt, what I've read is that the reason why their butts are all black after they die is because their body doesn't produce the heat. So like with a human body, when you're dead, you lose color and mostly all your blood just pulls down to the bottom. If I remember that correctly from the information. Yeah, it just because it's cold and it's on the average body temperature, so the bee loses all his color. I've really found that interesting. Now here's my collection of bees I'm trying to collect. They're all just there. They've all drowned in the pool. Really an unfortunate end because I believe they're drinking a lot of water, but I'm collecting them, and yeah. That's with my bee collection. And then after it's here is my entire jar of cicada shells. So before a cicada turns into these beautiful babies, they actually spend 7 to 14 years, depending on the cicada, underground as these little guys. I'm going to pull one out for display. One of these bad boys. And they live underground, and they just sit there, eat, until they have to climb out of the ground and molt. And then they become a cicada, as you all may know. This big guy, I assume, and I believe, is a brown cicada. So this guy turns into Mr. Fred right here. That's why I believe that. Then the other ones I have, if I can find and pull it out. Here it is. I don't know if I can pull it out, but then you got this bad boy. This one right here, I believe, is either a cicada or a dragonfly before it hatches. And this one, I think is a green cicada, where they come from, because they're much smaller. This one is like a more neutral type of color and very muddy and stuff. And I believe this is the green cicadas. So yeah, here's my little collection right here. And it's really big. I guess you can definitely tell, like, compared to size. So yeah. Also, I found this really interesting. If you see his little mole, I don't know if you can see it right here, it has his wings. You can kind of see it. I don't know if you can really, if I can cover my face. And it will like focus please. But if you can kind of see it right here, you can kind of see his wings. Like they grow in, they're there. It's like it's really interesting. They have their wings, but so tiny that they can't fly with it yet. So yeah. And now here is the thing you guys all been waiting for, and this blue jay, baby blue jay skull. It's fully, like fully movable. I found him a year ago in like after a storm. I found him, sadly passed away, drowned in the pool, and the pool is the death of a lot of things. My pool's horrible for animals, but yeah, so here's a little skull. Thankfully, when I buried it, I didn't lose any major components of the skull, so it's happily living there. Absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. I really find it, and the jaw can still move. And in the bag are some more bones I have of it. Like parts of his legs, part of like the back, his I think there's a little spine piece. I can't really, right here. There's a little spine piece. Is in a little baggie. There's a little spine piece right here. I find that really cool. Like pieces of like the wing and stuff. So yeah, this is my blue jay, the blue jay skeleton, all clean and stuff, so there isn't any gunk still in there. As well, I'm planning on displaying it in a nice little like jar or something.